Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Aftermath series. Let us waste no time at all and dive right into this week's episode of Critical Role. So we start off this episode right as the party entered Rosohna after suffering yet another defeat by the hands of Oban. The party make their way back to the Jor house and have a conversation with Dairon upon their arrival. Dairon more or less confirming her theories that she believes there is an agent within the dynasty working against the dynasty that sort of sparked this war between the Empire and Xhorhas. This agent within the dynasty gave someone in the Empire this dodecahedron. Now, as the party already began to theorize, I do believe that this agent is probably someone within the Bright Queen circle, someone who would have easy access to the beacon. However, I don't think we should theorize on who it is exactly just yet. I feel like there are so many people within the Bright Queen circle that we know absolutely nothing about, and it's probably one of those unnamed people. But I do like the theory that this war that's happening is more of a distraction for greater powers. Things are moving behind the scenes that we may not know of, and this conflict is allowing them to move unseen. However, Dairon getting all the information she wanted, she was almost found out and was potentially pursued, and so the party would like to make a quick getaway from Rosohna for the time being. And after a quick meeting with Essek, the party essentially telling him that Oban and the Laughing Hand and Yasha and all of that's happening around the Angel of Irons is a bit out of their league and they require additional assistance if they want to pursue it further. The Mighty Nine made it clear that they are looking for allies, people that can help them with this issue that they're dealing with. And with that being said, Essek did decide to put a few more resources into the research of this Angel of Irons and trying to figure out a way to stop them. He also did apologize for the attitude that he had towards the party given the recent teleportations that the party had requested upon him. So for the time being, it seems like their relationships with Essek and the dynasty are, for the most part, secure. However, the party is being scryed on, and as we did learn, this scrying is by the order of the Bright Queen. Now, I don't think that's any cause for alarm. It makes sense that the Bright Queen would want to keep tabs on the Mighty Nine. But after that meeting with Essek, the party, along with Dairon, teleports to Nicodranas to speak with Yusa, a potential powerful ally. And upon arriving to Nicodranas, Dairon and the party go their separate ways, and it's soon discovered that Yusa is missing. Specifically missing inside the Happy Fun Ball. Luckily, Yusa's goblin assistant was given the order to contact a ally of his by way of a sending stone if something were to go wrong. And the goblin, as well as the party, decided that this is probably going wrong since Yusa has been gone for the better part of 3 weeks now. And so a message was sent through the sending stone, and lo and behold, Allura is Yusa's ally. I was not expecting that at all. And even when he first began describing this mage that entered, it didn't even enter my mind that it might even be Allura. I was like, oh, cool, a new a human mage. That's kind of cool. And then after the party's reactions, it clicked, and tears began to ensue. And as Liam said, this is definitely a vote of confidence for Yusa, considering Allura is his ally and friend. So it was super awesome to see her again, and this is pretty much the first concrete bridge besides the book that Pumat Sol was reading that Tyrion Darrington wrote. This is the first bridge that connects Campaign 1 and Campaign 2. But now, Allura is offering her assistance in trying to rescue Yusa from this Happy Fun Ball, or as its name was revealed, the Archmage's Bane. Yeah, that doesn't sound too fun. The party also clued Allura in on this Angel of Irons, Oban, and the Laughing Hand, and explained the severity of what they might create. And also, through Yusa's notes, they learned the names of various chambers or rooms within this Happy Fun Ball. One of the rooms, called the Permaheart, piqued Beauregard's interest in particular. It is theorized that the Laughing Hand's heart may reside in this chamber, Now, why would that be? Is Halas a follower of this Angel of Irons? Is Halas the Angel of Irons? Probably not. But how far back does this Angel of Irons actually go? And perhaps the Angel of Irons isn't even connected to this. Maybe Halas has a more specific connection with the Laughing Hand in particular. There are so many questions, but a lot of the prayers of the Mighty Nine are being answered. They now potentially have two powerful allies in Allura, and if they rescue Yusa, I'm sure Yusa will be very grateful. So that's two Archmages that are extremely powerful, and if the Laughing Hand's heart is within the Happy Fun Ball, they have a way of killing the Laughing Hand, because they also have Ford's sword, the Star Razor, which is essentially a god killer. So after all of these questions and doubts the Mighty Nine have been having, they finally have the tools they need to succeed. And while we're on the topic of powerful allies, I know it probably wouldn't happen, but wouldn't it be interesting if Allura deemed this threat dangerous enough? Would she potentially contact the members of Vox Machina for assistance in one way or another? Again, it probably wouldn't happen, but one can only dream. And so, the party do end up going back into the Happy Fun Ball in search of Yusa. However, Allura does stay on the outside. The party are now going to try to make their way through the Happy Fun Ball and try to find this Permaheart room, following the map left by Yusa. The party entered the garden room, which was more of a jungle than a garden, and due to Naut's curiosity of what may lie behind a waterfall that resided in this room, a battle ensued as she attempted to cross the water, and a giant froghemoth emerged below her and swallowed her whole. But a rather low-stakes combat did ensue. We did get an epic spell from Caleb, a spell of Caleb's own creation called Widogast's Web of Fire, which was absolutely totally cool. The way he described it and just its effects, a really awesome spell, and it just goes to show how powerful Caleb is becoming if he can create his own spells as he did. So I guess we'll have to see if in the future he creates even more powerful spells. Maybe he will be the one to create the spell that can alter time. And this Web of Fire was his way of experimenting with creating spells. But overall, I can definitely say the spell creation was an absolute success. And after the battle was won, there was a door behind this waterfall, as well as several other doors within this garden chamber. And this is one of the things that I love about the Happy Fun Ball. It's so mysterious. You don't know what's going to happen next, what things are going to jump out of you, what things are trying to kill you, and what are there for just show or for intrigue. And we do know that the party does have to quicken their pace because time moves a lot slower in this Happy Fun Ball, and already days have gone by since they've been in here. But ultimately, the party did decide on which door to go through. They decided to go to the tower. However, they were more forced to make a decision because a animated golem began pursuing them. And so they quickly made their way into this tower chamber, and it is strange, to say the least. Darkness, purple smoke, purple lightning, a Halo-esque, if any of you have played that game, tower surrounding them. Now, given the nature of the different rooms of the Happy Fun Ball, I have absolutely no idea what to expect in this room, but given its atmosphere and general feel, I can't say it's going to be anything good. So hopefully the Mighty Nine can make it through without any deaths. But with all of that being said, we are going to wrap up. Let me know all of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions during that episode. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next week.